Okay, welcome back to the Pair Pod. Thank you all for the support in the last episode. Thank you, Chris, for coming on. Episode fucking banged, lads. So appreciate you all watching. Obviously a ton of value there to be brought from Chris. Today we have a very special guest on, someone that I've actually been chasing for a while, man. Probably like way back when I started this. I was like, he'd be a good guest to have on. And we were just saying you haven't done a lot of podcasts.
Yeah, bro. It's been... Sorry.
No, you're good.
I'd say... Let me think. Last podcast I done was with Alex Plamadilla. Shout out to you, bro.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay, because that makes sense, because I was trying to look back to be like, here, I want to make sure I don't come up with the same shit he's done before.
Nah, bro. Literally, my whole life has done a 180 since the last time I was on a podcast, so...
Well, that was
good.
That was the golden era of like Irish fitness.
Bro, that was like the glory days. I missed that shit.
When we just had Sean on before he left for Australia, and they were chatting about that as well, about like the meeting up in Stephen's Green and all the boys.
Bro,
like,
I love talking about
good,
that shit.
good,
it's like
good.
Nostalgic as fuck.
We'll get into it. I just want to get I know your whole story. I watched you since like you started doing it, man. I watched you since back in your parents' gaff, back in the bunk beds, like all that shit. I remember all that. So, but I don't think I've heard you chat about it on a podcast. So, like, what was life like growing up when you were younger? What was the setup when you were, going into your early teens?
Let me give the upcoming of Glen real quick. So, how far do we want to go back?
I'd want to go back to where you start, like, maybe secondary school, 12, 13.
Okay, I would say if I was to describe me as a kid, a very active, sporty, social kid. Yeah, I played football since I was like 6 years old. Got into a bit of boxing, MMA, and then bodybuilding came in when I was about 15, and then everything else just slowly tapered off, bro. Obviously with martial arts and stuff, the lighter you are, the better. And mixed with me wanting to just be bigger. Because when you're a short lad, you can't grow this way, so may as well grow that way.
Going up with 6 foot 5.
I think it was in me, bro. The whole bodybuilding was in me from the get-go. I did love football. I almost fell out of love with football once it got to like a certain level. So football is good when you're playing out on the street with your friends. But the moment you start getting up to like high leagues in Ireland, I think I was playing NDSL Premier, which is like second highest league in Ireland. You start to lose love for it, bro. Like I had a passion for just playing ball, but I didn't have a passion for going in and doing 60 minutes of drills and fucking... So I just lost love for football, and then bodybuilding took over that. But
all the boys in your team probably thinking like, we're going pro. Like that's
bro, a lot of them did. A lot of them are playing in the UK and stuff now. I don't keep up with them, but I know a lot of them did go out when we were in like third year and stuff. A lot of the lads left school and went to the UK to play ball. So got into bodybuilding about 14, 15, was still in school.
What about like career aspirations?
In what sense? Like what was the dream job?
Like not even the dream job. Like when I was younger, I wanted to be a vet. And then like obviously when you get to like 17, 18 years, that's not weird, realistic,
bro. Since I was like 10 years old.
I just wanted to sing,
No, bro. Since I was like 10 years old, I was a YouTuber. That's mad. So I like manifested this shit. No joke. So I had like many different periods of this whole social media stuff. Maybe one day when I hit like 1 million subs or something, touch wood if I do, I'm going to release all these old ass channels, bro. Me like 6 years old. Bro, it's funny shit. But I have it all like it's all still there, but it's all private so only I can see it. And one day it's going to be released to the public. I've had fucking a football channel, like 8 gaming channels, an editor channel. Like I've been around, bro. I've been on this YouTube. I've been on this, bro, no joke. I had a football channel and the intro was me hitting like a free kick. We're like some weird...
Welcome back, everyone.
Oh man, one day I'm gonna release all that stuff, bro, and just maybe when I disappear from the internet, that's gonna be the only thing that's left of me. I'm gonna delete all the good videos and just leave that. So people are like, "Who's this Glen Gillen?"
To get millions of views, like
yeah, exactly, bro. People,
blows up.
Or you know what it is, man? When people blow up, people find these videos, even if it's private. It could have been clipped by someone 15 years ago, put on Reddit, buried in the fucking feed, and people will find this. So there's almost like if I don't make sure it's all private, it's not just mine. But one day I'm gonna release it. Where was I with the
Who were you watching? If you wanted you'd be a YouTuber when you were younger, what kind of content were you watching on you? I didn't even know YouTube existed, man. When I was until I was maybe 15, 16,
now?
29.
Okay.
It's old, like.
Bro, you're only 2 years older than me.
Yeah, but like that's what, so you watched YouTube 17 years ago or like fucking 15 years ago, like.
I was into gaming first, so let me see if I can.
That's like the old side man.
Let me
like
see
that,
if I can
that kind
hit
of
some
crew.
names here. Which you see, Nanners? You ever watch gaming?
No. The first gaming channel I watched was like would have been early Sidemen Boys. Like that would have been the first kind of
I
run.
still don't even watch Sidemen. That type of content from. I don't want to say anything, but that type of content just isn't for me. You know, stuff.
Look, KSI calls me out like,
bro, I find it hard to. Certain people's senses of humor, like that stuff, Sidemen stuff would make a 6-year-old laugh. I don't know if it would ever make me laugh. I'm a hard one to crack. If it's someone trying to crack a joke, I'm a hard one to crack. So
who makes you laugh?
Who makes me laugh? Kevin Hart.
Yeah, he's funny.
Funny motherfucker.
Any
Who
creators?
else? Creators. Bro, I don't consume a lot now, so
Do you watch any Danny Duncan or anything like that?
no, he can't make me laugh.
Oh, fuck.
Maybe something he does where a reaction. You know what I love, bro? Cold reaction. So if you do something you know it's funny, just sit like this. I love that.
What about the you know the pranksters that'll go up and be like, they'll go up to some shop and be like, or like the old Nelk where they go up and just have to keep like a straight face talking to someone.
Yeah, I
that
love,
shit's
bro.
funny.
That humor, that's what gets me. I hate though.
Salim, like those.
Yeah, bro, I love all that shit. But the humor where someone almost finds themselves funny and they laugh, I can't laugh. It has to be. That's what I know. You know what I do? I consume Nelk stuff. But see, they low-key dropped off with the whole what made them. But I still like their new content now. It's mainly the podcast now. But I used to love the shit where they'd go around and there'd be a group of them traveling the world for one video, and there's like 6 different locations, and they're trolling old ladies at winery. I love all that shit.
Man, the fucking the wine ones where Celine's like, yeah, he'd be like, get the van ready. I'm gonna fucking.
Did you
launch
see the one
myself.
where they were almost turfed out of the country by a cartel or something? I don't
Yeah,
know.
do you remember they had this guy doing their tour with them, and he was just a guy from Mexico, or like a guy working in Mexico, and they were like, basically he'd warned them like 3 times, no more taking the piss by bringing anywhere else.
Yeah.
And then this is when they like launched themselves over all the tables, and your man was like, I'm not fucking helping you. You're
There
like,
was like an era with YouTube where it was just peaking. I feel like it was leading into, but obviously COVID. That's when YouTube was like at its peak. Ever since then, it's low key dropped off. Like I don't watch a lot. Obviously, we're doing more, we're out more, but that's when Nelk was popping just before COVID. Nelk was popping. I don't know what were they doing during COVID because they obviously couldn't travel.
remember they did they had the house and they were doing like the shit skit. That's when they started traveling because it was closed. So they'd
During
go and do like South America.
it
Like
them.
those
I was
ones.
thinking
That was the
was
COVID
that-
period.
Yeah, well, I was thinking, how are they traveling? So Nelk was.
Private, bro.
Or you know what, bro? Let me bring it back. I think the golden era of YouTube was as cringe as it was. You remember when Jake Paul was popping off, Logan Paul, every day, bro. That was like the peak of that platform.
I remember being so invested in that, and I was like, "This is the fucking craziest shit I've ever seen."
Yeah, but it was the fakest beef ever.
it was. But like him like Paul and his missus and all, like that's crazy. Like,
Wait, what?
When Logan it was like, remember when the whole Alyssa Jake Logan thing,
shit.
and then it came out and they were like, oh, maybe I kissed Alyssa, and I was like, no, you actually Pauled her.
I
Like,
think
you
fuck
did.
that.
Yeah, like that's
Can we
crazy.
say fuck on this?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
fuck that.
Speaking of golden era of YouTube, I watched your first YouTube video yesterday.
Wow.
Your very, 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 very first
What
video.
was it?
Well, your first one where you vlogged. So you had 2 bodybuilding, just like transformation videos, no talking. And then your first one, you're like in the car, the old Beamer, and you're like chatting about going through a workout or whatever. Video got fucking, it's done it for 4K or something.
I need to go back and look at that,
crazy
bro.
shit. Like, do you remember anything about like the motivation to first start recording your videos, or like where the motivation came from, and maybe how you felt recording it? Was it comfortable? Did you enjoy it? All that shit.
Where did motivation come from? You know, bro, this is when I say manifestation, I don't always mean you're waking up every day, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that, but you almost see potential where potential isn't obvious. So I think motivation just to start YouTube was I saw who was making videos in Ireland. And obviously, bro, I've been on a wild YouTube journey that not a lot of people know about. So I had editing down. Like I was a sick editor. Like a cook up, bro. Like I was a good editor. That was a little niche because there wasn't a whole lot of editing and fitness. It was straight just jump cuts. The workouts were sometimes just a whole raw set with
Everyone's on iMovie, man. That's all everyone could do.
bro.
Like,
And I was cooking on Sony Vegas. I was levels above, bro. So all these like years of chipping away at all these channels, it gave me that little extra nudge with this. So that was the first thing I was like, okay, I've got good editing. So even if I want to make a video and I'm not that big, I could probably make people keep watching the video through editing.
Was that what you thought made you like your channel do well? Is how big like your physique was like a huge part
No,
of?
I'll get into it. So the second one was obviously physique. I was training long. I'd say Rob. Let me think. Rob was popping when I
It was
started.
just Rob.
Popping.
I think Rob was
No,
the only
it
one
was
like going like.
Nah, I want to give a shout out to Alex again, bro.
I was from there, yeah.
Alex, I used to watch his shit back in the day. The full days of every day was a full day of, or every upload was a full day of eating, and I used to watch that kid. Let me think. I think the only other one was Rob. I don't know if Kyle was making videos.
No. I remember your Stevens Green plug was like you, Sean, Kyle, Alex. That might be it. Those might have been. It was like Rob, who was like already like had grown significantly, and then there was like you four lads who were all starting to grow as well. Yeah. And that was like the little crew.
Yeah, and then there was also Sean. Sean was making videos.
Yeah.
Anyway, bro, I was like, all right, I have a decent physique. I can edit. I was fairly strong, and bro, the main thing is personality.
Yeah,
I always had a
thought you were funny.
Not that I thought I was funny. I knew I wasn't like talking to a wall. Like if you're talking to me, we can get deep. I have personality. I've charisma. I've sense of humor. So I was like, why not? It was almost like it wasn't a competitive thing. It wasn't like I can make better videos, but it was like there's definitely a niche here. Yeah. There was no editing. There was fuck all editing. Everybody was, hey, what's up, guys? Whereas I was the complete opposite. I was just,
hey guys,
yeah, I was the complete opposite. I was just a nut job on camera. So honestly, that was genuinely the reason I started. I almost saw like a gap. I saw a gap for Glen, bro. There was the Irish fitness scene, and I knew there was a piece missing, and it was me. That's genuinely the only reason I started.
Do you so when you first started, we'll get into this a little bit more, but a period I like to talk about most of my guests is that period before things start going well, and you can like your passion turns into your career, and you have that period where you're grinding on the side, making money, making no money, doing the gig you want to do, and like that whole battle between fuck, when is this going to start paying off a little bit? So I remember you used to work, it was a fucking shoe shop.
Aldo.
Yeah, man. You were in like, I used to remember your videos, you'd be like, just I have an 8 to fucking 2 or something, then I'm back to make videos.
The stockroom life.
Take your soul, that shit, man.
You know, retail's not bad. I worked on the floor now, though. But the whole, is everything good? Yeah, the whole putting on a fake, I'm happy, everything's great, to greet everyone to get commission, it's soul destroying, bro. Like that commission thing, that commission in retail, it's soul destroying. Someone walks one step in the door and your supervisor's eyeing everybody up, and the first person over to that person, it was too much, bro. That's why I was like, you just put me up in the stock room, but then that ended up just being just long, man. Like 10-hour days in the stock room, and you know, when it comes to Christmas and Black Friday, and there's 100 people just trying on shoes, and you're a one-man army up there, and you're flying around sweating, stinking.
Do you have a little walkie-talkie like?
No, there's a little thing. There's a little. How do they do it again? There's a thing on the wall where they just tap a number or tap a shoe, because all the shoes have numbers, bro. That's the thing. They have a shoe and they shout up if there's a shoe like Glen. But I don't know. Like I wasn't saying it wasn't a hard job, but it was just long, bro.
What about the like? In that period, you're obviously working, and then every spare bit of time is going to making YouTube videos.
That's the thing, bro. I was grinding. I definitely, sometimes I look back at that, Glen, and miss it a bit, because once you're not that you're complacent, but there's more. You have more to give when you have nothing. Does that make sense? Yeah. So when you have nothing, you're waking up. You want to give everything, but when you have a little bit, you have a bit of luxury. You almost have to keep forcing yourself to push. But I'm the type of person, bro. I'll always want more. I feel like that's like a part of our nature as a human. We just keep wanting more, and if you don't take periods to appreciate everything you have, it'll never end. So that's one thing I practice lately, bro. Gratification, man. I'm waking up like, let me breathe in this cold Dublin air. Yeah, but it's good, man. Again, the whole work thing. I didn't work a hard job. I wasn't a labourer. I wasn't out doing crazy hours on like a site, but. It was definitely a job that made me want to get the fuck up out of there. So,
did you? Was there any periods through that where you were like, "Man, fuck this YouTube thing. I want to start making some money"? Because there's no money probably coming in the YouTube side yet, and you're probably fucking 50 videos in, killing yourself on the edits.
Bro, if I didn't have a passion for this, some people start right. Let's say there's a viewer of mine, and I don't know, they see you're just living a better life than them. It's envy. I feel like social media is heavily carried by envy. So if anyone has anything you don't have, you'll notice yourself just being a bit more attracted to click on a video of theirs or whatever the case may be. So it could be anything, bro. It could be
you still everyone watches Christian's videos,
bro. Yeah, it could be you still work a 9 to 5, but you have a cracking girlfriend. People will watch your videos. It's that little bit of envy. So the more boxes you can check with envy, the more people will watch. Sorry, what was the question? I got pure sidetracked.
Like when you were when you're doing that and you're making videos and you're like, maybe some of your mates are starting to get like bigger careers and they're starting to make like full-time money, and you're like, man, boom, there's no guarantees on your YouTube channel. Do you know what
Honestly,
I mean?
Again, it's pure passion, bro. It's like there even when shit's been going good, there's been periods where I'm like, this is it, I'm done. Where shit's just stagnated or even going down, bro. There's periods, after like a bodybuilding prep, YouTube's always flying during a bodybuilding prep. Then you come home, or me, I'm coming home. Last year was heavy, so I done the 2 months in Houston. Shit was popping, bro. Socials were popping.
The Jesse James video.
Yeah, bro, that was the most random thing ever. I was in the gym. Like this was. For my videos, I film over like a 3-day period and then compile it into one video. That's like my schedule. It's film 3 days, one video, 3 days, one video. So it's 2 a week. And we were on the last day. I was like, bro, we weren't even going to bring the camera to the gym. It was one of them, bro. I was like, just fuck it, just bring it. If I don't have a good reason not to do it, we're doing it. So unless there's like, I'm fucking on my deathbed and there's so much excuses where it's like all right, let's just take a day off.
Anyway, like.
I'll always just say, because I had Adam over there with me, shout out Adam. I was like, just bring the camera. I have no intention of filming, but just bring it. We're like, yeah. Then on the way, pre's kicking in, feeling good. I'm like, just start rolling, bro. Random intro to a video, walk in, couple of sets into a chest workout. Hey guys. Jesse rolls over. He's like, Glen. I'm like, Jesse, because me and Jesse have spoken before, bro. He at the very start of lockdown, he DM'd me and was like, let's do a collab. And me and him were in and around the same views, same subs. And I was like, bro, let's hold off until we can do. No. Let's hold off until we can do it in person, because I wasn't fond of the whole you upload a video to my channel and I upload a video to yours, because that's what he was getting at.
What do you mean? Like you both record a piece of content and then give it to each other and it goes
literally you upload. That was the vibe he was looking for. And I was like, bro, let's hold off, because me and you could click, because he's an outgoing person as well. He's definitely not, hey, what's up, girl? He's definitely just a bit of a nut job like me, but you need to be, bro. So I was like, hold off. Well, we kept that connection. We kept talking, replying to DMs, chats about this, chats about that. He ended up working with Rise. Remember Rise I used to be with?
And Blue Man.
Did he?
Yeah, we sponsored him. Like this is back in his parents' gaff when he was still in Spartan in New Jersey or whatever.
That's when he was killing it, bro. This fella was in his parents' gaff doing.
We did a sponsor. We sponsored one of his videos where he did his first Tinder date, asking a Tinder date to come and train.
That went viral, didn't it?
2.5 million or something. The lads in my office are like, oh, who the fuck, Sam just figured it out. Like,
did he charge you before or after that video?
He charged before.
Let's go. Let's go. You definitely got to steal.
Because I remember when he sent it to me, I was like, I don't know, man, if we're going to be able to, like, is it like very sexual? And he was like, it's kind of joking around, banged. I was like, yeah, can we sponsor the fucking series, please?
Sick. But yeah, no, me and him kept a connection. So when, and that was the first time we ever saw each other in person. So it was like, we already knew each other. We had spoke so much. And sometimes, if you're speaking to someone about business and stuff, you get deep. And if people are like, he hit me up. I don't know if I want to say this exactly, but I'm not going to say there was issues, but we had a company we both had been in touch with, and just what do you think about this? Or it wasn't blooming anyway, so you're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were at that level where we could ask a question like that to each other. So when we met each other in person, it was just a boom. So that wasn't like, meeting up with a big YouTuber nervous, none of this. It was just so natural, bro. And that video just popped.
Did you have just going, like I said to you there that we had Sean on the pod recently, right? And I asked him a question about when he quit. I was like, did you watch Glen in those 5 years and be like, fuck man, he went on and did it, and you went for the corporate job. Did you ever feel like regrets, right? Like that.
That was a question asked?
I asked him that.
No way.
And he said I'd be lying if I said I didn't. Like look at you and be like, man, if I just kept the head down like Glen did, maybe I'd be achieving the same stuff.
I've said it so many times. I was over with Kyle that 2 months when I was in Houston. Kyle lives in Houston now. And I just don't understand why almost everybody stopped. Because I've been in those periods, bro, where shit is just not going good, like at all. It's just not in me to stop. I think he said he just lost the passion for it, or I'm not sure exactly why he stopped.
I think he'd put a lot of time into his college degree, and he was like, I need to go and see what I can do with that.
At least,
basically.
yeah, at least get your foot. Yeah, because again, he probably could have kept going at this and then regretted not dipping into that for a bit.
What do you see when you see people dropping off and you're like, I'm not, you like full steam ahead, I'm not fucking stopping, like?
Bro, when I see people drop off, I just want to go harder.
Yeah.
Because there's obviously a reason someone dropped off, or it's obviously a period they were going through where they just weren't feeling like everything was going good. So when I get in those periods, I'm like, what do people do? They drop off. It just makes me keep going, you know?
It's not even, I don't even know if it's that. I think it's like people are like, oh, I'm not getting 50k views a video.
I'll knock on the door till the day I die, and someone's gonna open at some point.
But that's it. Like, that's, even when I was saying that to him, he was like, you know what, you do it for 4 years, you lose a bit of confidence, you're getting 5k a video, and you're like, well, it didn't happen, so I guess it's not happening for me.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, in fairness to you, man, every fucking week, it feels like during my college run, just Glen banging out videos and doing daily videos.
But
like,
bro, you know, this is there's periods that people don't see. So what I'd say is a lot more harder to deal with mentally is having felt a certain level of views. So let's say during, when was sick for me? 2020, bro, was a big year for just my vlogs. Yeah, I hit a random viral video. It was a sit down video, 5 minutes, me talking about being shredded. And this is weird how life works, bro. I've noticed if you just take a risk with no guarantee, weird pieces of the puzzle just fall into place. So I ended up taking a risk. I'm going to move out of parents' house. So I just had enough to support moving out every month because it was expensive as fuck, bro. Dublin's expensive. So I'm like, this is going to make me want to grind more. I'm in my own environment, own space. I can create whatever atmosphere I want. It's not just waking up, parents are in a bad humor. Everyone's in the way, cooking in the morning, and just, you know,
you're trying to vlog, like.
Yeah, like you have, so I basically treated that apartment like this is my, like, studio. This whole thing is just a YouTube apartment. That's what was in my head. Yeah. Ended up going out, viewing apartment, signing contracts or whatever. The week after, bro, I was stuck for a video, and I'm someone that, not right now, I don't mind taking days off or whatever, because I'd prefer just uploading a good video over hitting an upload date. But back then it was, you never miss an upload date, right? So I'm like, I think I had like 4 hours before I had to upload. Every time is a 9 p.m. upload. I'm like, shit, what do I do? I'm like, let me just think of a video I can sit down and just chat about real quick. And it was, I done like 5 minutes of research, bro. I typed in shredded. There was a couple of videos. It was the reality. I think, what was the name of the video? The ugly truth about being shredded. I'm like, let me just recreate that. Yeah. Right, bro? Sat down 5 minutes, talked about, and it was all off top. I don't ever script anything at all, ever. Most of my stuff is usually one take as well. Yeah, and that's like a skill, bro. Yeah, if you take some time off, then it's not. Then there's a couple of jump cuts, couple of files deleted. But anyway, filmed this video, 5 minute video, uploaded it, went to bed because I'm uploading late. Went to bed, woke up, shit was flying, bro. I think I had grown like 2,000 subs overnight. Video was on like 50k, and I'm just like, no, this doesn't make sense. I put hours, weeks into videos before I'm waking up. It's weird, bro. You know the way when you can feel a video start to do good. Like, let's say you have a podcast that has a couple more views.
The last one was the one I just had.
A couple more views sooner than usual. So you're like, right, this is doing good, and you can feel that incline.
I'm on 70 after 4 days,
bro. No, bro, you can almost feel the incline of views. Whereas this was like normal views at night, and then out of nowhere, boom. So I'm like, what piece am I missing here? What's the recipe right here? Because if I could recreate this with other videos, I could fly. But it's like there is no recipe for a video like that. It's almost like someone manually in YouTube saw that video and said, "There you go," and said, "I like this kid."
You know what? Glen's been working hard.
But listen, that video popped off. I think I had 1 million in a week. Oh, bro, I grew like 15,000 subs in a week. Probably more. That's probably a lie. Probably more. The trickle effect after, probably I'd say in total because of that video, about 25k subs. And it's mad, bro. You'll vlog for 6 years and you'll gain 10k subs, and you upload a video talking about being shredded, and it's weird how this whole platform works. Anyway, I took that risk to get the apartment, and then out of nowhere I hit my first, or I think it was it my first? No, second viral video. But I always think till this day, bro, if I hadn't just pulled that trigger on a move that I was hesitant on, would I have just randomly got this viral video? If I was still, let me stay complacent, let me stay comfortable, I genuinely feel like everything wouldn't have played out how it did. So It's weird, bro. I'm big on the second I see a risk, even if it's risky as fuck, I have to risk everything. I'm on it. I'm on it, bro. Just how life works after that, because you'll never be able to guess how it's gonna play out. So you can sit here and you can guess how next week's gonna play out, how the week after, but it's because you're comfortable, you've scheduled everything. You're not gonna let anything outside come in because I have my schedule. This is me. Boom, 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 boom. Whereas I'm big on risk, bro. If there's something that will throw off the rest of my whole year, if this goes wrong, I'm on it. Because it will never play out as bad. You'll always think the worst, but it will usually play out better than you've assumed in your head.
You're in the perfect industry then. If you like do you like the unknown? Like, man, I could hit a video tomorrow. Yeah. It's mad that, because some people are like, no, I have a salary, I get paid good money, I know what's coming. You could hit a viral video tomorrow and make fucking ton of cash, or you could have a really quiet year and like videos aren't popping, and like that kind of unknowingness, I guess, is what spurs you on. You know,
I'm almost in a habit of not trying to plan like my weeks or my months. I feel like I don't have the power to know what the fuck I'm going to do for the next month. And I know people journal and they write down. It's a good thing to get clarity and feel. Again, when you write down what you're doing for the week, you feel comfortable. You know, you feel like I'm ready for the week now. I'm set. I know what I'm doing tomorrow at this time, this, that. Whereas I'm the type of person, I'll have a general idea. Like, I know I need to film on this day, or I need to be here like we are on this day. But if something pops up, I'll already have low-key a free schedule. I'll call it a free schedule. Obviously, if I'm filming a video, I can drop that if there's a huge opportunity. But I'll almost leave gaps for the unknown, because I don't feel like I have the power to know what's happening next month, what's happening the month after that. Like 2 weeks ago, or was it a week ago? Random, I don't know what popped up on my feed. It was something to do with Dubai. I looked over at him. I'm like, let's go Dubai. Yeah. Booked it that night, bro. Flew 2 days later. If I had stuff booked in for that week, I'm like, I can't go. Let's hold it back for 2 weeks. Something pops up, and it never happens. So I almost like leave gaps, bro, in my schedule, just for weird things like that.
We've got 2 minutes left in this half. It's fucking flying, man. Talking about Dubai, how do you like it as a place,
bro? Dubai is, how do I explain Dubai? It's a mix between holiday and living. So if you want, you could have a week of feeling like you're on holiday, even if you live there. Like, there's locations you can be in where you can genuinely feel like you're on the part of a new strip, and it's all tourists, it's all people coming in and only there for a week, so they're living it up. But then if you drive 20 minutes, you've just all residents. So it's like the best of both worlds. You have the weather as well. Sorry, you have the view. Sick gyms. Bodybuilding's huge over there. I could definitely see myself probably being posted up there by the end of this year. That's like, yeah.
Give me a negative about it.
A negative. It's like a money grab.
Yeah.
It's like, if you do what I do, like social media, again, half of this stuff is envy. So if you were weak-minded, you could go over there and just lose your ring, bro, and be home in the next 6 months. But that's not me. Like, I do not spend money like that. Like, I did splash a little bit over there, but it was because I wanted to taste, bro, a little taste of luxury every now and then, even if it burns a hole in your pocket. Trust me, if you go back to your normal life, you're like, I want that more. If you've never tasted that, you don't really know what you're missing out on. So I rented the Rolls Royce. As you do, yeah. Bro, just those little tastes of things. Maybe it could be upgrading an airplane seat. It could be flying first class for the first time in your life. You'll get off that flight, and I guarantee you'll have a fire under your ass that day. Just little things like that.
You said that when you first start making like a little bit of bread and you get to go to Dubai and like you get to give yourself some experiences to motivate you. How different was that to, like, going from when you're growing up to now having some disposable income? You kind of spoke about the motivation changing and stuff like that. What keeps you like grounded? Like, how is it, like, a lot of people with what you have now, I don't want to say success because like they'll piss you off, but like achieving what you're achieving, a lot of people will get complacent or be like, grand, I did it.
I feel like because it was a slow process, there was no jumping from having a regular, or what we would consider a regular income, to having a lot of money. Because if there was, I'd say it would be a lot different. But because it was very slow, I accustomed to every part of that journey. So it feels the exact same. You don't feel any different. Well, obviously you're going to feel different because your lifestyle is a bit different, but it almost feels the exact same as if I had enough money to go down and buy a new pair of shoes when I was working full time. Now I just fly to Dubai and have enough money to grab a Rolls. I'm just like, Grabbing a Rolls for a day is not that expensive. People probably think it's thousands. It's not, but it feels the same. If so, you don't like view money different. Like I'm still that type of person that if I go down to the shopping center and I see a tea for 60, that's too expensive, bro. It doesn't matter if I've earned X this month. That's too expensive for a tea, bro. Bro, I'm still like you'll still catch me in Primark, Pennies, grabbing teas to train in. I'll still train and rip teas. So I'm not someone who is silly with money or has a spending problem. But again, it feels the exact same as when you work a 9 to 5 and you have this income, and how you view buying a new pair of shoes. It would feel that exact same way for me to like book a lovely pad in Dubai. So it doesn't feel any less or more, or like it buries less of a hole in your pocket. So just because it was such a slow process, it still feels like I'm the exact same Glen. Obviously there's more around me, but the exact same Glen. It doesn't feel like it was an overnight success and I have all this money and I'm buying this and I feel like that broke Glen getting these really good things. So I feel like it's always going to feel like that if it's a slow process. Even if I was earning $1 million a year and I was driving this car and had this mansion and this, but I guarantee if it was a slow process, it would probably still feel the same. Again, it comes down to us being human, bro. You always become accustomed to everything you have, and I hate that. I'll always try and appreciate like getting a coffee in a coffee shop instead of making an instant coffee. Like I was on the instant coffee.
I felt dirty paying that today,
bro. $4.50. I'm out. Now $4.50 is expensive for a coffee, bro.
I nearly smacked your man in the place. He's like, yeah, $4.50 is madness.
In Dubai it caught me. So they have Durham, and Durham is like, so let's say you're $2.50 for a coffee. That would be 4 times. That would be 10. So it's always just a multiple of 4. So I'm going in. I'm like, 20 dirham for a coffee, that's cheap. But then I'm leaving, and M's like, that was a $5. I'm like, shit. The dirham catches you, bro. So it's what were we talking about there? Completely for all the small things like luxuries. I'm still the exact same Glen, bro.
What about
I have more, but everything feels the exact same.
What about your parents? What do your parents make it like from what maybe I can imagine them at the start when you start recording videos? They go, oh, it's kind of Glen's little project that he does, and he'll get his full-time job.
So were they supportive, like?
Yeah, more so as supportive, but also like parents are naturally concerned that their kids are going to be able to support themselves. And then you turn into from, I don't know if him making videos on the internet's going to ever make him be able to pay his own place.
Yeah, bro. Like
to parents, I'm moving out now.
Yeah.
Have my own place.
Like, bro, I dropped out of college and shit to do this. So I hadn't really anything to show for it. I hadn't anything to show for it. Well, I only done the first year and dropped straight out. I didn't have anything to show for it. So that's why I had to.
You don't even have previous examples to show them, be like, bro, this guy's doing it, you know?
That's the only reason I had to stay employed. Otherwise, I was out. So if I did, that was like, I didn't even like working. I was always that type of person who'd like work a job for a month and leave and do another job and leave. Just that lad. I would say mother was definitely supportive. Bro, my father doesn't even know what Facebook is. Like he's not on internet. You won't catch it. Like there's not a trace of him online. There's not a name. There's not a login. There's not an image. There's no.
Where'd you get that photo of me?
There's not even a birth cert. No, I'm joking. So for him, he was definitely a tough one to crack. I'd say it wasn't until I like showed a bank statement or showed a day's income, like, you know, I launch a plan and it was like a big day. It wasn't until then where he's like, all right, he has something here. So he almost saw me as just bumming around the gaff. Yeah. So that was definitely a hard one. You know, 2 grown men at the gaff, there's a bit of tension every now and then between, it's always like that. I don't know what it is in every household, but you'll always have a couple of run-ins with your dad. Yeah. And then on top of that, you're still living there. You're not having anything, because I dropped the job down once I earned a little bit, but it still wasn't enough to show. Yeah. Or no lifestyle change happened. So there wasn't like, look, I just got this car, I'm making money. There was just, Glen left his job. What is he doing? He's bumming around.
All that's happening is you're in the gaff more. Like, I did it,
bro. You know, I'm like trying to act busy and stuff in the morning. Yeah, I'm getting back to emails. There was no emails, bro.
Shirt and tie on the morning.
Yeah, exactly. So he was definitely a tough one to crack.
Did the moment you moved out, were they like, fuck?
Yeah, bro. I won't lie. It was probably a 180 from my parents, because after a certain stage, I'm like, right, you know, I'm earning enough because I'm paying them what I'm paying to live here. Plus, I'm still going out having nights out, whatever. So they knew I was earning enough money, but they obviously had no idea what I was earning. So I think the first thing I done was bought the car, the red Beamer.
Is that the one you have outside?
That's the same one, bro. Bro, trust me. I've always said it since I got that car. I don't think I'll ever buy another car again. I don't think that was like the dumbest thing I could have done at that time. But again, you're young, you may as well just fucking make mistakes then, all right? I'd rather make that mistake then than when I'm in my 30s buying a Lambo and they'll be like, shit, I just spent 250k and I don't even like this car.
Yeah, and then you have to get one piece of work done to it and you're like, what, 10 grand to get the oil changed? Like, mad.
Bro. But it was around that point where they were like, all right, he's onto something here. Because I was never, even if I had a good day, I wouldn't go in and talk about it. I'm the type of person who, if shit's going good, bro, I'm silent. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to, even if it's like a best friend, I'm dead silent. I believe in all that stuff, bro. The more you talk about stuff or you brag or anything like that, it just, weird things happen, bro. Shit starts going wrong. And you ever tell someone you're going to do something before you do it and it just doesn't happen? Or maybe you can tell someone you're going to do it just to push you to do it, but you could tell someone about an opportunity that is about to happen for you. Like someone got on to you and they offered you this or that. You tell people and then something just happens and it doesn't play out.
And the next time you see them, they're like, how did it? And you go,
yeah, and you're like, yeah.
Didn't happen, bro.
Don't talk about it. But yeah, bro, it was when I got the car. It wasn't short after, or it wasn't too long after I moved out. So then they're like, right, he's doing good. And then it was move out. They saw me traveling. They saw me mix with people. Like my father now, because I'm in all that, he'll click on a couple of fitness videos. So he'll know who CG is and stuff. Yeah. So he watched one of CG's videos, Christian's videos, and I'm in it. It was a summer shredding video. It was like the recap of one of the show weekends. And I'm in it with my camera, like pointed up and stuff. And he's like, so it's little things like that. Like they know I'm set now. They know I'm good now. But it was definitely... It was the car, and then it was definitely moving out because they knew how much that was costing me. And they're like, right, if he can afford this and be chilling, yeah, he's good.
Your dad starts vlogging. Like.
My dad has a channel.
Another like moment that, at least for me as a viewer, you used to talk a lot about like getting different sponsors and getting people on board and having your dream people you want to work with. And then I saw that you signed with Alphalete.
Yeah,
and I was like,
let's talk about it.
For me, anyway, I vividly remember you talking about Alfie for a long time. And you talk to your followers a lot about like, let's just when we get this on board, boys, we are fucking going. Yeah. And then it happens. You get signed. First of all, what was the initial feeling like when you got reached out to? It did seem like Alphalete was taking their influencer marketing like to a whole new level in terms of like working with as many people as possible.
Yeah, a bit too much, bro.
Yeah.
How did I feel? Again, bro, because my journey is such a slow process. By the time that happened, like if that had happened when Alphalete was, coming to Dublin, doing the meetups, I would have been ecstatic, bro. But when it happened, I'm way more deserving than this. Like I deserve this. So it was like, this makes sense.
You mean like the athlete video era when they were doing that? Like
and like traveling, doing the meetups globally.
It meant something to be an athlete, like rather than
not that it doesn't mean anything now.
I mean the knowledge of the individuals. Like I used to be like Marine signed. That's huge. Yeah. And they like the team flies over. They're making content now. It's like every Instagram I see is just like affiliate. So the specialness seemed to get taken out of it a little bit.
So when they got in touch, obviously I was actually did I meet Christian before he got in touch? I feel like I did. I think I was over it, bro. I think I was over in Houston in January 2021. That's a lie, bro. They got onto me before that trip. Sorry. But to say, did it feel special or did it feel... It just felt normal, bro. It just felt right. So it wasn't that I was ecstatic just because it's Alphalete. It hit me up. It was like, right, numbers are doing good. This is a business. The business sees potential here. We could have a good partnership. And obviously I knew Christian. I looked up to him. So I'd obviously view that company a lot higher than other companies and saw what they'd done in the past. So just rep or from my perspective, I was like, right, this is a good company. I like the clothing. And it could probably benefit me because again, bro, what I feel like where companies went wrong, and I understand it from a business perspective where they just get tons of athletes, tons of codes, but you lose that touch like the OG Gymshark era, the OG Alphalete era. If they had just kept a core unit, or I'm sure it was more profitable for them to go that route, like getting just tons of people. Yep. But for someone like me, where I want to be proud if I'm with a company, because I'm not someone that just signs with anyone or works with anyone. I've been hit up so many times, bro. I've put down so many deals just because I don't really mess with athletes they have or the unit they have or messages they try to send out. Or I'm not someone that you can't just buy me, bro. That's one thing I'll always hold. You can't buy an opinion of mine. If I go, let's say, fuck, bro, a food spot pays me to come out, pays me a bag, bro, come out, say this is good, I'm going to say no. If it's shit, I'm going to say it's shit. Do you still want to go ahead with this? You can never buy an opinion. A man's word is everything to me. So when I see people getting fucking maybe clothing sent out or asked to try this and that, and they're just like, yeah, this is great, this is this is that, I just see them as an ad. You are just a poster, you're a billboard.
I've never seen so many positive food reviews on TikTok in Dublin now. Everyone's just like,
bro, I almost...
I haven't seen so many people have the best wings they've ever had in their whole life in the last year, bro.
Like, how many best burgers is there, you know? But that's one thing I'll always, bro, I'll die with that. No one can ever buy an opinion. Even if like, it will always be stated. I'll say, if you still want to go ahead with this, if it's ass, I'm going to say it's ass. Even Ghost, bro, they send me a product and I don't fuck with it. I'm on the story. This is a 2 out of 10. I don't like this. You might, though. But an opinion can't be bought. And I value being... Like, if I want to work with a company, I want to make sure I feel... How do I put this? Bro, like, it goes back to the OG days when someone signed with Gymshark or Alphalete. They were that athlete. You know, they were a part of that group.
It'd be a huge push, man. It'd be like people's biggest moments in their career would be like, it was
like the cool kids.
Yeah.
They were that group. They were in with that group. And that's what I thought it was gonna be like. But then when I signed with Alphalete, bro, I was over in Houston in the VIP, and it's just athletes would cross paths with you and not even say what's up. Which in itself is very weird to me. I understand that atmosphere over there, bro. It's very competitive in that alpha land space. A lot of people have a lot of followers, and if someone says hello and gets absolutely aired, their egos hit, and I understand. So it's almost like it's tension. Yeah. But for me, if I'm with a team of people and I cross an athlete, we should chat, we should connect, we should network, whatever. And just, I don't know, it just didn't feel like you were part of the unit. Now, don't get me wrong, like when it came to Christian and like the athlete managers and all, you're like family. You are. But I feel like if again, it's probably way better. It's probably way more profitable to go that route, and every business did. All the big ones did. Gymshark, thousands of athletes, Alphalete, MyProtein. But I feel like they should always hold on to that core unit, because that is literally the brand.
It seems to be watered down a little. That's from like, I don't know if you saw Christian's latest video. Did you watch it?
Nah.
He spoke about this a little bit, and about like how he off, like a lot of influencers got offloaded because he felt like it was getting away from what he'd originally set up the influencer thing for, which is why this is fucking ironic. Like,
I'm not gonna say anything, but that's exactly what I advised in my video when I put up why I left Alphalete. I was like, don't lose that touch. Because, bro, when you thought of Alphalete back in 2018, you didn't see the brand or logo, you saw those 8 athletes.
I could name them now. Like, exactly. That's the whole point.
But again, I know it's business, and I'd say it's way more profitable to just have this shit mass marketed. But I know they're all going to go back to that. Gymshark low-key start going back to that. They've done a couple of these campaigns. I can't remember the name, but it was like a strength campaign where they went around and all the strongest Gymshark athletes done like a tour. They were doing powerlifting meets, this and that. Stuff like that. I feel like the longevity of a business, they're all going to go back to that. They're all going to have their 8, 9, 10, 15, whatever it is, athletes, and they're going to be the face. They're going to be whatever values they hold. That's what's going to carry the brand. That's why, like, again, that's why most of all the first Alphalete athletes, they were all very similar. Very motivational people like Rob, Caroline, Brandon.
Matty Fusaro, do you remember him?
Oh, recognize his name.
He did he used to do the, he'd do like the full day of eatings, and he had like his missus. I'll send you some after. He's like OG.
I'll probably have, if he's OG, I'll probably have some.
He's OG as fuck. So with that in mind, right, you build up, you never obviously turn down other opportunities with other apparel companies. I'd say like all the big names have been on to you. Does this experience kind of sour the whole idea of signing with the company now? And does it make you want to do your own thing versus...
That's a good question.
Like, is there other brands out there that you're like, if they asked, I'd still get involved?
There's like a couple of things I need to check off, bro. It's not only... Because the way it is now, bro, it's how much are you paying me? Okay, I like that amount. I don't care who you are, what your brand is, what you stand for. I want money. For me, I always still want to check off a couple of things. It's like, career-wise, can they benefit me? So see what like Alphalete has done now. They've flown all their athletes over and they're getting them involved, and like that's given them an opportunity to film things, get content, anything like that. When it was like the mass amount of athletes. You never got that opportunity unless you were like top dogs. So it's like, what can they do for me? For obviously, I have to like the product. That's the main thing. If they send me some stuff and I'm like, this shit's ass, it's an immediate no. Even if they offer me a heavy bag, it's just a no.
In fairness, Alphalete's quality is fucking great. Like that is one of the big things. Like,
you know, it's all like the top brands. They are going to be good. They are. So there's probably what's going around now. VQ.
It's all the same manufacturers, man. From what I hear, anyway. Like, you know,
probably VQ is good. They sent me some stuff.
They just launched some nice new shit. Actually, VQ I saw, and like their latest content's nice. Yeah.
So VQ would be good. Alphalete, Gymshark. It'll be hard. Maybe you might not fuck with an item or how it is or what it is. Like Alphalete has launched some mad stuff in the past, you know. But Christian's an innovator. Yeah. So he will try something, see if it hits. If it doesn't hit, on to the next. So it's good. So he'd launch some stuff and you're like, what is this? But you might still fuck with it. Yeah, bro, it's hard to receive product from the biggest ones and say this is shit. So most of the time, it's usually do you mess with the message they're sending, or do you, again, they are going to go back to this route, bro, of having just a couple of athletes. I know that's the route all these companies are going to go. They'll still mass market, but they'll only be flying their main athletes and keeping them the face. Yeah, so do you fuck with that? Do you fuck with the message they have? Again, bro, it's not like they're going to be have a controversial message. If they are a fitness brand, they're usually going to just carry, go get it, go to the gym, blah, blah, blah.
Believe in yourself.
Exactly, bro.
So like that brings up the question, fucking GG Fit starts and you run it the way you think it should be run. You bring on some small creators.
Here's the thing, man, with clothing, I feel like not only is it competitive, bro, but anyone I've ever seen start a clothing brand, it will consume their being.
That's
so they have to
David
become,
from How to Beast, who we had on, said one piece of advice: never get into clothes.
I probably haven't seen that, and this is my own opinion. I've never had anyone tell me this. I've never seen anyone talk about this, but I've just, anytime I've ever seen anyone start a clothing brand, and it's only clothing, bro, because if you're not dropping monthly, you're left behind. If someone starts a clothing brand, I've never seen anyone do it and it not consume them, bro. I've been in Houston at periods where there was big drops happening with Alphalete, and seeing how long Christian was working. He'd go days without sleeping. This man is, that's what I'll give to this man. He's a workhorse. But I feel like that's just in him. He probably doesn't even know he's working that hard. But this fellow will be up for 3 days, bro. Because there's a drop next week and shit. I've never seen it fully consume a being. And I've only ever seen it with clothing, bro. Like supplement brands, they check into the warehouse. Everything going good? Yeah.
New flavor.
With this clothing, bro, there's 150 samples. There's sleepless nights because you've drops. You have to get the website ready. You have to test fabrics and send back fabrics. I've done drops before, and bro, if you test a fabric and you need to change a % of a specific fabric in it, you have to do a whole other sample, test that.
Minimum orders and all that shit.
I honestly, obviously it's more paying, but that feels like worse than a soul destroying 9 to 5.
It drove him to an Adderall addiction. Like, he spoke about it. He was and the same thing. So
Adderall.
He was addicted to Adderall for 3 years. He was taking.
Bro, what is Adderall? What actually
Adderall is a derivative, or it's the same compound as cocaine. So it's like meth. It's
meth.
It's meth essentially. So like shit. It gives you like huge in the States for studying and all. But he came out similar thing. Did you see the video where he put one out and he looked like he was tweaking a little bit in it? Bro. That was it. He was crashing off like 3 days, was on loads of Adderall, and all the comments were like, "This is an Adderall breakdown." We can see it. They came out later and said he's off it now. But like during that Alphalete building period, he said like, "I didn't sleep. I was addicted to Adderall." Like, so it just shows that like, even though you see him, you're like, "Oh, that's what the grind is." Like, he would admit that was unsustainable, you know?
Yeah, but I only see it with clothing, bro. Yeah. It's just this clothing brand. It's because it's so competitive. You have to stay on top of drops. If you're not dropping again every month, you are forgotten. Unless you're someone like fucking Gucci, where you're in there, you're solidified, you're up there, then you're chilling. Like Gymshark could probably do a drop if they wanted every 6 months. You
got to be a year ahead of yourself or 2 years ahead of yourself. It's crazy.
I've never seen anything like it, and I will never start clothing brands. If I do, best believe I'm just the face of it, and someone else is doing that shit. So it won't be nothing to do with me. It'll be a brand that I have heavy input in. Like, I have a passion to dive in and give ideas and concepts. And
it's like a collaboration. It's like what all the makeup mods are doing now.
Bro, it's like what everyone's doing. It's Prime. It's fucking. I'm not too sure, but I feel like most energy drinks are like that as well. Like maybe not these, but
even Ghost do a little bit. They'll collab on a specific product with one of their influencers. Like
exactly, yeah. It's that's what I'd like. Maybe not a collab, but it would be my brand. I'd be the face of it, but someone would.
You get all the input, but you're not calling manufacturers the whole time, being like
exactly. I don't think I'd ever, because I wouldn't have time to do anything else, bro. I wouldn't have time for a relationship, travel, YouTube. It would be this clothing brand. This is me. Yeah.
You mentioned relationship. Can we talk about them a little bit?
Yeah, go for it, man.
How did you guys first initially meet?
In the gym, man.
Yeah.
There's no weird story. It's in the gym. It's texts. It's going out for food, and I have no special fucking love story where we saw each other on a beach in a different country and said, "I love you." It's just your average. Yeah, bro. We didn't meet on no fucking dating app or. Nah, it was in person.
I have two questions I'm interested with. Number one, what impact has she had on your life, and like how is she, what has she done to make you better? In what areas of your life have you improved?
Yeah, I feel like bro, it's super important if you have a partner and you have dreams or aspirations, if they don't not cater, but if they don't, I have to be careful here. They don't have to do anything for that or for it at all, but if they're not supportive of even if it's a silly decision in the moment, if they're not supportive of that, like that's why the relationship with parents is tricky, and there's tension if you haven't got anything to show for it. But if you have like a partner and you're a partner, if they're not supportive of something, even if there isn't anything to show for it right there, it's gonna play in the back of your mind. You're gonna go home, you're gonna have arguments, you're gonna have this, that, even though you might not live with each other, but again, it's someone you're around a lot. So if they don't see the vision just as well as you do, even if there's nothing to show for it there, I don't think it would work out. And that's just for someone like me where that's always a priority. If I'm not doing good here, I can't make another person happy. If my career is not going good, or again, bro, I deal with, I'm not going to say the actual term, but dark days, and there's no explanation for it. I could just wake up and it's just there. I don't know if it's genetic or it runs in the family. There could be signs of that, but everything could be going sick in my life, bro, and I'll wake up and it's just nothing. I find it hard to appreciate anything, even if everything's going good on socials or income or anything. Family's all good, everything. I'll still wake up and I'll still be in a strut, and I'd say she's good for that. Get me out of that, bro. Get me out of that strut, even if it's very minimal. It's having someone that's even if I'm in a bad humor, they still won't be, instead of matching my energy all the time. So good person to be around, supportive, and again, even if there's nothing to show for it or nothing is visible, still willing to push me if I don't push myself. So if I'm having a shit day, they're like, nah, still get up and do it. Boom. I'm a simple man, bro. If I'm around someone, they have to be. I don't need someone doing a lot for me. They just maybe they don't know they do a lot for me. But if they're supportive and they can get me over strut, and I like their energy and I like their personality, they're usually in my circle. And obviously, relationship, I'm around them every day, so, and I love her, so, you know.
What if what kind of person do you think you'd be, or like how different would your journey be if you were doing a solo? You'd probably you'd work yourself into the fucking ground, mate.
No, I don't know, bro. I genuinely couldn't tell, because I'm like, that's a hard one. Because what I was saying about just having random periods, could be a week straight where I'm down, like down. Everything could be going great, and I just can't see the light. Doing that alone, it's even now, bro. If I'm alone for about a week, like let's say she's off or I don't see family, or getting yourself out of that strut is hard. Getting yourself out of that strut is very hard. So I don't know. I don't know where I'd be, bro. Honestly, I don't know if I'd have a better head on my shoulders or a worse, or I could have went down a separate path because I was around friends more. Or I think that's a good thing, man. Yeah. Finding a girl where, because obviously as you get older, you're gonna separate from your mates a bit. But if you didn't have someone or something to keep you distracted or grounded, or like, where would I have been? Would I have been back out with mates, partying, going down that route? Where I don't know where I'd be, bro. I don't even know if I'd be here. So yeah. I genuinely can't say, man. It could have been a complete 180. I could be out on the streets asking for €2, man. Who knows?
Living in the Beamer, like. Just live out of it and stream out the backseat.
Who knows if I would have had that Beamer?
They have you kind of mentioned something there, and it's been a bit of a staple of your content has always been, you've spoken about the positives and negatives of living in Dublin and being a creator that lives in Ireland. You've spoken about how, I'm sure, being able to collaborate much harder. Do you think that your growth was slowed by living in Ireland?
This stresses me out. I low-key, because there's not a lot of people here that do what I do, I feel like I've capped out. Like any growth period that happens with me right now is when I'm abroad, is when I have this trip booked for this amount of time, and I know I grind when I'm over there, because there's way more opportunity, because it could just be, like, being in Houston and bumping into Jesse. I'm not going to bump into Jesse in a gym in Dublin. Yeah. Like those, like, it's mad. Just being in a location will set yourself up for much more opportunities. So yeah, I wish, I always say this, I wish everybody stuck to it here, because we could all have ridden off each other and bounced off each other and collaborated until we were, I'm telling you, bro, I wish everyone kept at it. Anytime I see Kyle, I'm on his ass, bro. I'm like, bro, start making videos, this, that. Like, Kyle has an amazing physique, bro. Like, genetically gifted physique. I'm like, you have a gap right here. You have something I don't have. I have to use stuff to look like you.
He'd be on this, he'd put up and he'd be like, oh, I'm right at the end of my gaining phase now. Fucking
and he's shredded, shredded. He's me 2 weeks out.
Yeah.
But it's not that. It's I see potential in people, bro. That's what I have an eye for. I feel like if I was ever to drop off this, I would have an eye for who's next. And it's hard when you have a friend and you're like, you see potential in that friend and they're not doing something. And that's with everyone. That's with Sean as well, bro. He was doing good. I don't know why he stopped. Obviously, he has his own reasons. But if we were all still doing it, Alex as well, there would be more. That's the thing. If we had kept at it and we had all risen, I guarantee you there would be a whole network in Ireland under us where people dropped off. It was only me. I was traveling. I was over here getting the US audience. I was here getting the UK audience. So there was never a heavy. Obviously, if you would have known me before, you would have felt like there was, but I doubt there was as big of a presence of me in Ireland during the actual growth when I was like traveling to the US and stuff like that. Like, bro, I have people coming up to me now asking me, am I that lad off TikTok? I'm like, am I? No, I'm like, I don't know who you might have saw, but I don't feel like I'm big enough on TikTok to be that lad you saw. So I'm like, I don't know, show me. And I'm like, have you ever seen a video? There was a lad in the gym that said it to me. He was like 18. Said it to me. I was like, might be. Then he said the video. I was like, yeah, that's me. I was like, have you never seen my YouTube? He's like, no.
You do YouTube?
Bro, I left the gym that day.
I thought you did cinnamon bun reviews. You're like,
bro, I just feel like Ireland could have had it, but it's everyone here saw more opportunity elsewhere. Someone like me, I saw opportunity abroad. I'm traveling. Someone like Sean may have saw opportunity in the workspace. Said this is a better idea for me. Yeah, I just wish there was more people doing what I'm doing. YouTube in general, bro. TikTok is flying. If I was a TikToker, there'd probably be no cap, bro. I'd have a couple million followers. Yeah, I might go that route. Yeah. But with YouTube, and YouTube's always going to be my baby, it's either I have to get out of here or else I'll stay exactly where I am. So that's why you'll always see me traveling for a couple of months, or even now I'm at that point in life, bro, where I'm like, after this next prep, when I come home, there's no way I'm staying here. Before I leave, before the end of the last month of prep, I'm giving my notice into my apartment. And it's either Dubai, it could be LA. I don't know where I'm going to be, but it's definitely not going to be here. I feel like I've capped out. You're
talking about moving, obviously, for prep and all those kind of things. Do you think when you go away, like, could you do long term? Be like, I'm going to set up shop somewhere else?
Oh, man, it's not anything I've experienced yet. So it could be.
Like when you're living in Houston, are you like, it's fucking cool out here? Or you're like, this is fun for the trip, can't wait to get back to Dublin?
I can't wait to get back just to like check back in with family and stuff, but I've lost my love for Dublin, bro. Dublin used to be, I used to look forward to coming home from trips. It's different. Again, I feel like maybe the next year or so, my life is going to determine whether I am here or I'm posted up here and this is my hub and I'm just traveling like a lot of the year. Or I set up camp somewhere else and like live there and do most of my year there and maybe just travel back to Dublin once or twice a year. I feel like the next 12 months of my life will determine that, but I have to get out and experience it, bro. I need to do a year somewhere. I need to feel that if it's gonna hit, I need to feel if I get lonely, I need to feel all that. Like I feel like I've traveled enough to know that Dublin is close. It's a flight away. Whenever I want, I can dip over. If anything's gone wrong, I can fly straight back. But the place I want to be set up has to like check every box. It has to be, like you mentioned, Marbella, and it's good weather and there's highs and lows in terms of traffic that's in and work you have. But I want something that's consistent You know, so like that's why Dubai might be a good spot, because if you want, you can go to JBR and you can experience the madness, or you can go 20 minutes out and chill. So you could literally have all your work set up for the whole year, because people are traveling in and out. Dubai is like a hub.
Yeah. You have a steady flow of collaborations coming in then all the time.
Not even that, but just a consistent life. I hate highs and lows, bro. That's what's really messing with me lately, is when I go on these trips and I'm in Houston for 2 months and I'm living this high. Everything's going great. I'm meeting people. I'm meeting new faces every day. Energy's high. Everything's just falling into line. And then I come back to Dublin and it's like, boom. I'm alone. I'm in the apartment. It's dull. It's raining. I hate it, bro. It's like, if that's the biggest thing with me the last 2 years, is because I travel so much and I become seasoned to travel and experiencing that. When I come back to Dublin, it's like, shit, this is it. That's why I'm like a fiend for traveling. The second I come back to Dublin, give me a month, bro, and I'm on Skyscanner. I'm looking for where's good next. Will I fly to LA? Will I go back to Dubai? I'm like, it's probably a bad thing, but maybe it's a sign for me I need to get the fuck up out here.
What about for prep in Dublin? Like, you've nothing else to focus on. Does it help you at all to be able to just like monk mode it in your apartment?
Yeah, you know, it's almost like a boot camp prep is. So Dublin isn't bad, but if you can have sun, you can have a better gym, better music, better energy, because you're going to be down. You're going to be tired. You're going to be just dragging ass at the end of prep, and anyone that can give you any sort of a life at the end of prep, even if it's a friend that's just in a good humor that day and he's bulking, he has energy, he can push you through that workout, or little things like that. Dublin doesn't have that for me. I'm very solo in Dublin, bro. I'm like a lone ranger over here. I'll link with friends every now and then, but it's usually to get up to no good, like a night out or partying or whatever. So it's not productive for me. So I'm usually just alone over here. If it's not it's probably parents, brother. That's it. Yeah. And then when I travel, I have friends when I travel. So again, I hate the highs and lows. I don't like peak of year, which is always for me when I travel for like the preps and all, or just a high in life, and then you come back to your normal life and you're not around a lot of people and you're alone a lot, and it's, I don't know. That's the only reason I want to get out of here, bro, is my everyday life here isn't ideal for me. Even if it was just sun, it'd probably make it a bit better, because I have a nice balcony. Yeah. But it's fucking raining.
Yeah, I see you doing like you'll be doing like fucking prep, and then you'll be out in the bike in the fucking rain in the morning. You're like,
I've been there, bro. I've been out there like hailstones, man. I still get it done.
Kind of wrapping up with like last couple of questions. We've talked about YouTube a little bit and how you've kind of manipulated your content throughout the years to try and fit into the YouTube algorithm and help your videos pop. What do you think the current state of YouTube is, and where do you kind of fit into that?
I feel like, honestly, bro, that's something I could have done way better at. I'm stubborn. I'm a stubborn person. Same. So if I was really liking making a certain style of content, I'll try my best to again keep knocking on the door with that. But sometimes it's very obvious that this is working and this isn't working, and it'll take me sitting down and say, Glen, this isn't working. Fucking do this. Even if you don't like it right now, learn to love it. But current state, bro, is clips. If you're not catching clips, or you are not on these short form platforms, even Instagram Reels, it's still the potential of reach is outrageous. TikTok, I almost feel like isn't real, bro. You upload a video of your dog just sitting there, not doing anything, 10 million views. I feel like there's something up here, or if not, the reach and the potential of that platform is outrageous. So even if you love long form, if you are not prioritizing maybe grabbing a clip or lining up for even a podcast, a question where you're going to grab that clip, if you're not consciously, that's not a conscious part of your like content creation, you're not going to be left behind. Because look at Mr. Beast, like that fella is YouTube's fucking the face of YouTube, and he obviously has the short form, but he could never upload short form and be good, because he knows what works on that long form platform. But if you're someone who doesn't have the knowledge of being able to pick stuff apart, see these little things, what's working, what's not, being able to dissect algorithms, if you're not that person and you just like making content, has to be short form. Or at least you need to prioritize clips, which is something that I don't do enough of. I say this, but I don't put it into practice, bro. YouTube is my number one, and then I realize I wasted a week of making a YouTube video, and I look at my TikTok and I haven't uploaded in 2 weeks, and I'm like, shit. So I definitely need to get better at that, but again, you could have a passion for short form, stick at it, you're going to get way further than if you start YouTube today. If I was to start all over again, it would be TikTok. I wouldn't start a YouTube channel until I had 1 million TikTok followers. That would be it. It'll be every waking moment, what's the next TikTok, this, boom, boom, boom.
Transition into YouTube.
I wouldn't touch YouTube. I see people starting a YouTube and a TikTok and an Instagram all at the same time. I start Instagram, TikTok, I'd funnel them back and forth, short form, just bouncing off each other, millions of views for silly content you don't have to spend days, weeks editing. And then when I know the conversion from TikTok is there, even if it was like 10k subs, bro, if I know that could happen overnight, which is you'd probably need about 1 million followers on TikTok to convert 10k like that. Yeah. Once I got to that point, then I start the long form. So even if your passion is long form, bite the bullet, start short form, prioritize clips. Again, bro, you could go out and film a long form video, but never make the long form video and upload it. You could go out and film for 2 hours and have 2 hours worth, or if you could get out of it, if you're lucky, an hour worth of clips. So yeah, I feel like content now, bro, we're in a clip era. I see everyone say, even streamers, bro, and streamers is the longest form of content. There's 6 hours of them just raw. But they are prioritizing clips. If they know they got like 6 clips out of a stream, good stream. Yeah.
That's Aiden. Aiden's like I've never watched Aiden Ross stream. I know exactly what's going on in his life. I know Playboy Cardi coming in, taking the bag down now.
What?
I have 2 last questions. Number one, very quick one. Are you bringing out bagels?
I want to.
You should.
I need, if anybody's watching and you have
That's your prime. That's your prime.
Bro, like you have a connect with a baker. See, this is the thing with bagels, bro, is can it be global? Because bagels is bread expires. Yeah. When it comes to a product that has an expiration date, it becomes very tricky, bro. So and you need to sell it quick. So if you haven't got a high demand, which I feel like I could for bagels, like if anyone's bodybuilding, bro, or even you just like breakfast, you're gonna like bagels. Yeah. Plus, like, how much have you seen bagels in my videos or me talk about bagels or this or that? So there's definitely some brand attachment to me with a bagel. Or there's another one that I don't want to say in case someone robs it. But yeah, I need to figure out the expiration thing. So can I make it global, or is that not possible? Is this just going to be an Irish thing that's stocked in Irish stores? And another one is a goddamn baker, or not a baker, but a bakery or someone who can manufacture this like mass. That's all I need. Once I get that, which I'm finding it hard to find, bro, I've done hours of Google research. I can't find a single one that isn't already an established one that doesn't take on any outside. It's they're the baker. They have 6 big brands, and that's all they do. I don't know how you even go about that. Yeah. Whereas if you want to make clothing, bro, Alibaba.com, get your clothing sorted.
It's probably a monopoly. Like it's probably one guy.
Yeah.
Last question. Give me your biggest goal for 2024.
Okay. Let me get deep. It could be a lot bigger, bro, but my biggest goal is to make my everyday life better. So it's not the other goals I'm gonna go at anyway, but if I can make my every waking moment of my off days better, everything else is just gonna tenfold. Because I go from having really good days when I'm busy to days where I'm like clicking fingers and not knowing what to do, and those days they compound. So let's say you have 6 of those days, and you have a crazy week next week. You're coming in out of a strut to get back to your happy self again. Yeah. So if I could make my goal for this year is to be set up in wherever I am or whatever I'm doing, but to enjoy my off days or have just a more ideal schedule. Better, not schedule, bro. It could be just me doing nothing, but I'm in a better location around better people and a better atmosphere for what I do. So I feel like we're just getting down to me getting out of Dublin, bro. Let's be real.
I chat about this with a lot of people. Like I said, when we first moved to Spain, I got into that apartment. I went, why would I ever move home? I remember all my mates be like, I'd be able to bring my mates out for free. They could stay with me, and it was the best thing ever. And then about 2 years in, I got 2
years is a long time.
That's what I mean.
Bro.
So you have to go away to come back. Like you have to go away to be like, fuck, that was great in Dublin. And you could be like, man, I just miss a bit of rain. Do you know what I mean? Like that could be it. Or you're like, it does take, I lived in Canada, and when I first got to Canada, I was like, no way I'm coming home. Why would I leave such a fucking great, vibrant part of the world and then I miss home? And then
I'll give you more, just because that one was a very soppy self goal of mine, and that wouldn't motivate people, right? But I'm sure you can understand that, just being in and around the same age, your everyday life on and off, away from work will just make you feel better, work better, connect better, everything. Goal for this year is pro card, bodybuilding pro card. I don't know if I'm going to compete after that. I don't know if I have what it takes to be Mr. Olympia.
I was going to say, you look way bigger than the last time I saw you.
Bro, I'm down right now.
I haven't seen you since Blessing. Remember that video we did with Blessing? And I filmed that?
Bro, that was the number one reason I really wanted to get out and do this for you, because you stuck your neck out for me back then.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you,
I'm
bro.
like, I'm definitely gonna do this. Just lining up was tricky. Because again, bro, you'd be like, let's say this date. I remember what I was saying. I leave gaps. I'm like, I don't know in case something pops up and I'm letting you down. So let's ask me soon.
You're all good, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I knew I was gonna do this for you because you stuck your neck out for me. So pro card. Again, I don't know if I'm gonna pursue bodybuilding much more after that. It's either I'm not delusional, bro. If I can't be the number one in the world, I'm going pro and I'm quitting. Back to YouTube, back to the roots. Pro card, and probably get out of Dublin. Hopefully Dubai or somewhere nice. I'm not gonna talk about goal with income, but I have a number in mind that I want to achieve that. And we're on a good path right now.
Propose.
Nah, too soon, bro. Yeah, too soon. Yeah,
Sorry.
That's not even a duration thing. It's not okay. I know we're this long. It's an age thing for me. It's when I'm ready. It's when I feel like
45.
maybe 50.
Yeah.
And what else, man? I'm a simple man, bro. It's probably those two now, but I know along the way I'll have a new goal next month. I'll have another goal after that. But they're like the main things: is better everyday life, pro card, and probably get out of Dublin, man.
Yeah. You learn how to miss Dublin. I think that's going to be
maybe that's what I need, bro. Maybe I'm just in Dublin too much and I don't travel.
I think
for long enough.
I think that's it, man. Because you get the best period of being abroad for like the 2 months. You're like, oh, this is sick. But maybe if you'd been there for a year, 6 months in, it starts to wear off.
Here's the biggest thing for me though with Dublin and why I feel like I need to get out is it's not that I don't really like Dublin. It's I'm paying so much to be here when I could be paying that exact amount to be somewhere else, and being that somewhere else could have my income rise to here because opportunities are coming in, and I just feel like I'm throwing shit at a wall being in Dublin, bro. So there's this is rent money just at the wall every month. So it's almost like I need to get out quick because
you could pay less for a better place.
And then still come back to Dublin, bro, but not have a 12 months worth of rent being just thrown at a wall every year.
Yeah. All right, lads. Glenn, thank you so much for coming on, man. I genuinely appreciate it. Lads, get over the Glen shit. Now, there's going to be you need to be careful. There's going to be a wave. You need
no, they're already coming in.
No, lads, go inside, not even live. There's going to be about 17 29-year-old men and my auntie coming over to check out your content. So bang that stuff up, all right? Yeah, lads, appreciate you listening. We'll have no one in next week. Trying to get Conor Ryan in the next couple of weeks. Apparently might be happening. Who knows?
Get in, Conor.
So yeah, we'll chat to you later, lads. Appreciate it.
Take it easy.